with another video, and in today's video I'm going to be telling you why I have decided to use more heat in my regimen this year. So let's get right into it. So the number one reason why I have decided to use more heat is I believe I will retain more length this way. So let me rewind. I never thought that I would have a YouTube channel. I'm naturally a very shy person. I keep to myself. It wasn't really something that interested me, but I have been super interested in growing my hair long. I've been taking pictures just for myself for a very long time. I have like an obsessive amount of pictures. I have almost daily pictures of my hair over a long time period. And I was looking back over my pictures to see, what was working and what didn't work. And I was looking at my pictures from 2018, 2019, and I noticed that I actually used a fair amount of heat, not ridiculous heat, but I used heat several times. And that was, at the time period where I just had an explosion of growth and I really, really retained a lot of length. So I realized, the heat probably had something to do with that, the length retention part, because there are some benefits to using heat responsibly. Now, I don't plan on heat training my hair. I don't want to straighten my hair to the point where I lose my curl pattern and I can't, wear it in the natural styles that I like, but I do want to use heat on a consistent basis. And I think that will help because I noticed that a lot of times my breakage is usually around tangles. So like I'll have a tangle in my hair and, something will get caught and I'll have to either cut it or, in the detangling process, the breakage usually happens around a tangle. So obviously if my hair is straight, I have less tangles and that kind of just diminishes that. It also allows me to do way less manipulation. So my routine in general is very low manipulation, but when it's straight, it's even less. Like I try not to do my hair often at all. Today I did undo it earlier than I wanted to because I went out, but I style it usually once a week max, and sometimes I'll even go longer. I can easily, have French braids or whatever in for 2 weeks, and that's perfectly fine for me. So it's extremely low manipulation, reduction of tangles, and for me, that means length retention. So obviously heat is something that you want to be careful with. So I definitely will be documenting my journey and keeping you updated as I go along. But the number one reason is I really do think I'm going to retain more length this way. Now, I know that goes against a lot of what is on YouTube. And I do agree, like too much heat is definitely bad for your hair. Especially if you have fine hair, you have to be really, really careful. So I've learned like certain types of heat really just don't work for me, certain tools. Like there's one tool that's super popular and I noticed like that just gives me split ends right away. And it's the, I think it's the Revlon two-step styler. It's like the pink hot comb brush. It's not a hot comb, it's like a blow dry brush situation. That for me, I just can't do that. That just like tears out my hair and I notice split ends immediately after using that. Now, some people, maybe they have thicker strands, they're able to use that right away, no issues, and that's fine for them. But I notice split ends and breakage right away once using that. And same for my daughter's hair. My daughter's hair is a little bit thicker than mine and she has like a 4/8 texture, but I did notice on her like split ends immediately after using that. So I know that that's not the answer for me, but a flat iron works pretty well for me. And I already told you about the flat iron that I like. It's the Remington Pro, the S9510 model. I'll post the information below, but that's a super cheap iron and it really works amazing. My hair is what I would call bone straight. It's bone straight. And this is closing out week 3, going into week 4. So, it really works for me. But that's the first reason. The second reason why I've decided to incorporate more hair more heat, more heat in my routine this year. It's a little bit different. So I believe that hair is very spiritual and that all of your experiences are stored in your hair. Just like, if you're doing an analysis of like your health, they can take your hair and they can see what you've been exposed to, if there's any poison, all that. And I really believe that like your hair, it just holds on to everything, and I've had some negative experiences and I kind of just want to change all of that. So for that reason, I thought about shaving my head just because for spiritual reason, just let it all go. But I decided I'm not going to do that. I really was very close to doing it, but I decided I'm not going to do that. But I decided I want to do something different, wear my hair differently. And looking back at my pictures, I do notice like my hairstyles changed based on what's happening in my life. And I just want to usher in like a new phase of life. And I feel like changing the hair in some way does that. And so a lot of people say, if you cut your hair, you change your life, or change your hair, change your life. And I really do think that's true. And I know that might sound weird to a lot of people, but if hair is very spiritual. It is, whether you know it or not, it is. By doing something different with my hair, I invite something different into my life. And so that's my second reason. And my third reason is that it is just going to simplify my life right now. So by having it in a straightened state, it allows me to do less with my hair. It's just more convenient for my time, and it's just not something that I have to worry about as much. So I do still do a full oiling of my hair weekly, scalp massages and all of that, but I'm not like retouching it. There's just less worry about my hair and having to get it to look a certain way, or even worry about the weather, like, because it is what it is. If it puffs up a little bit, I'm fine with that. I'll just have it in the French braids. But it's just more convenient for my life right now. So I will definitely keep you updated on my journey. Like I said, I do want to maintain my texture, and I don't think that I'll have any problems doing that. I'll keep you updated along the way with how it's going. But I know it's a big change from what I was doing last year, because my regimen was completely no heat. I hadn't flat ironed in like almost 2 years, maybe a little longer than that. So it is a big change. But I do think it's the right thing for me. And I think, that's what your hair journey is about. Like, no YouTuber can tell you about what's happening on your head. Like, you really have to pay attention to your own hair and listen to yourself to find the answers. And ultimately, that's where I figured it out, like, it didn't really come from YouTube for me. And that's why I have a YouTube, because, maybe there are more people like me where, the answers that everyone else is giving right now is not working out too much. That was me. I was trying all of the trends and it really wasn't working out for me. But by kind of just looking at my own pictures and analyzing, okay, like my hair was getting healthier, longer during this time, maybe I'll do more of that. That's really what has worked for me. So that's really what I'm doing again with straightening my hair more often. And like I said, I definitely will keep you posted along the way. Now, if I find, I'm getting a lot of split ends and my hair is damaged, of course I'm going to stop and I'm going to let you know that. I'm going to let you know, hey, I've tried this experiment with heat. It didn't work out. But I feel really confident about it. And I do feel like it's the right thing for me right now. So that's the story. I hope that you found this helpful. If you have any questions or comments, are you looking to incorporate more heat into your routine too? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And if you like this video, please like it, give it a like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much.